Hey there, this is Jeff. How's it going? Hopefully this recording is working. I have no idea. We'll find out. So what I wanted to do is play with a couple of microphones and try to figure out if I can play them back through the speakers. They're both one is an MXL V63M and one is an MXL Guitar Cube Pro, and they're both condenser mics. So what I have in front of me is the RME Total Mix FX and 3 spectral analyzers. This spectral analyzer is for the MXL V63M. This one is for the Guitar Cube Pro, and they're both right next to me and I'm talking into them together. And this one is for the stereo pair on analog track 3 and 4, which is looped back so that I can record them. And then I've got equalizers in various places here. I've got so here's the signal chain. The microphone, the MXL V63M is plugged into track 1, and it has the 48 volt phantom power and is auto set for gain. And the MXL Guitar Cube Pro is plugged into track 2. Both of those are routed to this stereo bus for tracks 1 and 2. One is panned all the way left, one is panned all the way right, and then it goes out of outs 1 and 2 into my DBX 162 SL compressor, each on a separate track, and the stereo couple on the compressor is off. And my thought was that I would try to EQ first one of the mics and then the other mic, and make it so that I can hear them in the room without feedback. So that's sort of the high level goal. And so we'll just start with one of them. So I will solo up this particular mic. You notice that we now only have the left channel. I'll go ahead and center it just for fun, and I'll bring it up in the room. Hello? There we go. So now we're getting some feedback. So I'm going to turn the compression on the 162 SL all the way up to infinity, and I'm going to turn the threshold way down. And now I'm going to bring it up a little bit again till I'm getting some feedback. And the benefit here is that the feedback gets held by the compressor, so I can see it. And now I can go EQ it out. Oops, I forgot to turn the EQ on. Hang on. There we go. So got it on too hot. Hang on a second. Okay. Check, check. So now we have a lot more signal, but we get a problem up here. So now I've just moved up to the next feedback point for this microphone, right at about 1,600. So we'll just get that one with this one. And so interesting. It looks like we've got another point right about 100. So let's try to get the 100 with this one. Let's just try. Check. There's one, about 6,000. So let's go get the 6,000. Let's try narrowing that scope a little bit. And let's play with the gain a little. You can just play with the master fader here too. So we've still got something going on around 100. So you can see we're doing fairly well, except for that 100. So let's go notch that 100 here. And now this is on the bus that's going to contain both tracks. There's 8,000. That's probably too much. Let's go get the 8,000 too. And just out of the woodwork comes about 800. Is that 5,000 again? Let's widen this a little bit. Check, check. Test 1, test 2. Push a little more. Test 1, test 2. Right at 12. So now this is the input of tracks 5 and 6, so I'm going to go ahead and tack that 12 up here. Turn on the check. Turn on the EQ there. And I got a shelf up there, so I don't want a shelf. I want a notch here. Check, check, check. Test 1, test 2, test, test, test 1, test 2. Check, 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 check. Let's push it. It's around 1.6 again, so where's that 1.6? It's over here. We'll notch that down a little more. Test 1, test 2, test. And there we have right around 4. No, that's not 4. It's 315. There we go. Check, check. That's pretty good. Hello, test, test. Okay, so we're getting it so we can push the volume up pretty high now. Look at that. Woo. There we go. There's the 800. Test, 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 test. Check 1, check 2, check 3, check 4, check 1, check 2. Okay, so that last one, we more or less tried to get the first microphone dialed in, and we've got it so we can push the volume way up there. I should mention that we have the compressor turned way up, so I'm going to turn the compressor down. So now I got like 1 to 5 compression. Hello, check 1, check 2. Alright, so there we go as a start. So now we're going to do the same thing on the other microphone. I'm going to turn the compressor all the way up, the threshold way down, and I'm going to switch my microphone to this one. Check 1, check. So check 1, check 2, check 3, check 4. What am I doing wrong here? Check 1, check 2, check 3, check 4. Check. Check 1, check 2, check 3, check 4. I don't know what I'm doing. Check 1, check 2, check 1, check 2, check 3, check 4. Check, check. Let's roll this one off. Check 1. Okay, check 1, check 2, check 1, check 1, check 2, check 3. Oh, I see. Whoa. Check, check. I don't want to cue this. Solo, and there we go. Check 1. Check. Check 1, check 2, check 3, check 4, check 1, check 2. Let's give it some more gain. Check 1, check 2, check 3, check 4. There we go. Check 1. So we're at 1.6 again. Check 1, check 2, check 3, check 4. So now we got that 40 again. And we've got the 1.6 some more. We widen it up a little bit. Sweep it. Check 1, check 2, check 3, check 4, check, check. There's 1, right around 500. there's one. Right around 3,000. Let's see, where were we? So we've got 4,000 here. We're running out of places. So one thing we can do now is we can take this track off stereo, like this. Now both of these are the same, but we can monkey with this one. So let's bring the volume down a little. Check 1, check 2, check 3, check 4. Hello, test. Right around 160. Oh, look, there's 31. Test. Let's bring this one down. We've got that one already at 42. We'll bring this down just a touch. Deepen this. Now we still got the 160 going on. Let's notch that a little more. Check. Check 1, check 2, check 3, test. Test 1, test 2. Let's widen this a little. Test 1, test 2. Check. Still there, it's just moving on me. Test 1. 1,000. Test 1, test 2, test 3, test 4, test 5. There's that 3,000 again. It's nice. We're going to do that anymore. Just going to widen that some maybe. Test 1, test 2. That's up at 4. Sweep it a little. Test 1, test 2, test 3, test 4. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. Test. Test 1, test 2. Check. Check 1. A little bit of ring around 90. I have its closest, so I'll just check all these. And 100. Okay. Right now I'm working on my second mic, my Guitar Cube Pro. Check one. See, and there's this thing going on around 100. So I could use this one. Check, check, check one, check two, check three. It's right around 1025. Do we have one already? Check, 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 check one, check two. All right, let's bring up both mics together. Check one. Check, check, check one, check, check one, check two, check, check. Test, test one, test, test two, check, check. And there you go. Now we have a room with no feedback. So there's a lot of work. I don't know, it's worth it. But we can, this is, I am controlling the gain on the Guitar Cube Pro out of the compressor. Check one, check two, check one, check two. So there you go. So hold on, let me get my guitar. Black and cold like the night, stand with arms wide open. I've run and twisted My stranger in the eyes of the maker. Well, I'm just messing around, and it's up really loud, but so there's still some feedback going on, but that was the kind of idea that I was going for, is to look through how to try to bring the feedback out of a room with 2 condenser microphones and the speakers up. And I was using the RME UCX interface to plug in the 2 microphones. And I had a little bit of reverb on it. Turn those off. Check, check. Hello, hello. There you go. Test 1, test 2. Hey, look at that. Test 1, test 2. Check. Oh, deep water. All right, stopping.